So hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is David Hyman, your tour guide in Israel. Today we are taking a nature walk in the Carmel Hills. So join me for this wonderful tour, everyone. There are many options to get to Mount Carmel. This time I chose Road 70 and then north to Road 672. Most of Mount Carmel is a national park and it is extremely popular for hikers and picnics. If you care to join me on this hike, you will get to see some wonderful views of the Carmel Hills in the winter, just before it starts the heavy rains. It already has this velvety green cover and the hills are nice and green. There's quite a lot of wildflowers, and we're also going to climb a hill and look for ruins of an ancient village. It is such a beautiful day for a nature walk. I chose a random trail in the Carmel Hills. I live in the north, so either Galilee or Carmel are very convenient. All you got to do is drive your car to one of the trailheads and then follow the path. Usually there's a color. Today I'm walking on the red color path. It's either on the trees or on the rocks. A few words about safety. It's really wise to take enough water and food and a map when you hike on the Israeli trails. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I still use the old-fashioned map, which looks like this. These are topographic maps. The scale is 1 to 50,000. There's one for each region. This one is Carmel. Here, Carmel. That's where I parked my car. And then I walk along 4226 all the way to this sign here of an old jar. That's the marker that this is a ruin, and here it says in Hebrew Khirbet Karak. So I'm going to explore the old ruin and then walk back to my car. The whole hike is maybe 1.5 kilometers each way, 3 kilometers, 2 miles. Carmel Hills, they're covered with the typical Israeli Mediterranean shrub. Basically 2 or 3 larger trees, the oak tree and the terebinth, the ela and the alon, and quite a few smaller shrubs. And then in the winter, after it starts raining, these hills are covered with wildflowers. So we're going to see quite a few wildflowers, even though it's only December. This is a daffodil, wild daffodils. So these flowers have an amazing smell. I wish I could describe that to you on the camera. It is like sweet and buttery. In Hebrew we call this flower Narcissus. Narcissus. Here, common Narcissus. Okay, daffodil, Narcissus tazeta, Narcissus matsui, height 30 to 50 centimeters, blooms November to mid-January. Far-reaching fragrance, absolutely, and it is protected. Amazing. So this beautiful flower, we've seen a few of these, or is this a different kind of iris? At first I wasn't sure which kind of iris this is. So at home I checked my notes and asked some friends. Turns out that this is the iris Vartanay, in Hebrew Iris hasargel. This iris is endemic to the north of Israel and was first recognized by Dr. Vartanay. Dr. Vartanay was founder of the English Nazareth Hospital, the first Galilee hospital founded 1867. There's next to it is the crocus. This one we saw, the winter crocus. There, winter crocus. Karkom chorpi, November, December. Crocus flowers are grown in Iran and are used for the production of saffron, the most expensive spice by weight. So this tree here, it grows natural in the forest in Carmel. And if you crush it with your fingers and then smell it, it has a very, very familiar scent. I'll tell you why. This is a tree, or these leaves you use as a herb. And this one is the laurel tree. Okay, true laurel, in Hebrew atzil. So it has a hard, fragrant leaves with shiny upper sides, white flowers. The laurel leaves are used as condiments in folk medicine and were woven into traditional victor's wreath. In Hebrew they have another name. Atzil is the official name of the laurel tree, but everyone uses the nickname Alei Dafna, Daphne leaves, Alei Dafna. Look at the beautiful design on the cyclamen leaves. Beautiful, huh? The most common tree on the Carmel Hills is the Israeli oak, and you can see how it even grows out of the rocks. These are some beautiful oak trees. Look at them. Pick one for you. Okay, see there's an acorn. This is the fruit, and that can be removed. This is nice and smooth. And then the inside of the acorn. When we were kids, we used to make Hanukkah menorahs out of these. You'd put 8 of these on a piece of wood, put your candle inside, and then you have a natural Hanukkah. The oak tree in Hebrew, the name of this tree is Alon. It is a very, very popular boy's name. Alon. And in Hebrew we have a saying, Chacham hashvil mehaholech bo. The trail is smarter than the hiker. Okay, if you stay on the trail, you will eventually reach your destination. One of the great things about Israel is wherever you go, there's always ruins and ancient history, archeology, and sites. Many of them are undeveloped. And this hill is marked on the map as a ruin. Khirbet Karak, the ruin of Karak. What could be more fun than for us to explore it together? All right, ready? Let's climb up there. Okay, let's climb up to the ruin and see if we can identify anything ancient on this hill. Look at this place. Look at this. And I'm here all on my own in this wonderful ruin in the middle of the Carmel Hills. You can see that these rocks have been carved and probably were used as bases for some structure. My guess is that this was either an olive press or a wine press. So there's the corner of the building. There's one wall, there's another wall. This might have been the entrance into the building. This rock covered the entrance to the cistern, and there would have been a lid that would be placed on this, and it would be removed. It all caved in, but this would be the cistern underneath. Wow, look at the view. This is a broken part of an olive press, and you can wander on this hill all afternoon and use your imagination of what it was to live on the Carmel Hills thousands of years ago. This has not been touched. I could do this all day. How about you? You can actually see that someone was digging in the mountain. See down there, looking for treasures. So this is illegal in Israel, but it happens. And I guess some guys came at night and they dug through there looking for treasures, and all the pottery shards and the rocks and the dirt that they removed from this hole, they threw them out here. That's why you can see all these pottery shards out here. Nice, huh? Let's take a break. Wow, this is just absolutely amazing. If you come to Israel on one of my tours, some way along our visit, we will go on one of these nature hikes. We can choose a short one, you know, half an hour, but just to get off the road and walk on these paths, feel the land. I really hope that you enjoyed this nature hike in the Carmel Mountains. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel and write a comment. Let me know where you'd like to go on our next tour of wonderful Israel. Bye everyone, Litraot, take care.